We can break. Yeah, no problem. Apologies, I didn't.
No.
I'm glad my wife was not here. I ate too much bread. Okay. Oh, he's okay. Good. Oh, you're here now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So, so let's. I know you have to go. So let's try to agree on the key things. So, first we listened, and we hear you. There are some things we have to work. There's work to do, and you are very clear. So the first I suggest, if I may suggest, that we share the paper that you have with Cato and we go through. And that we are obliged to respond to you on the key technical points, etc. Second is on the technical points, well, we will share with you, of course, the names of the inspection panel. Independent panel of experts. And we will share with them also this paper and ask them to look at the technical pieces and give their view, to give us guidance. So the panel is about giving us guidance to do better. So we will then can explain what the guidance is on this, and then we come back to you with a clear consultation approach, right?
Yeah.
That works with the movement. The principles are we work with the movement.
Yes.
And you represent that the movement covers people. We will agree with that movement, how the consultation will take place, and you should commit to the process, right? So because we need to agree on a problem-solving process, so the consultation must be process. That the consultation will cover a key things. So first is how you will get inputs from the ESIA to address your concerns about the river flow, especially also about the water, the wells, the springs, this kind of thing. I mean, the things that are there. And we reopen the SDP through the consultation process, that we make sure that the Torwali people have a chance to have a choice on including specific benefits, activities that benefit their community in that SDP process. A small technical thing, I think neither we nor you have an idea visually what the river will look like after the flow. So we have to find a way to be able to discuss what the impact of the river is in a way that we both understand. So we will try to do that. Part of the consultation must meet our requirement for free prior informed consultation. So that we must make sure that that's the case. Part of the challenge will be coming up, if we agree that on the book the e-flow is okay, the problem is how we make sure it actually happens. So this is the other experience from the Daral hydropower project, that they promised e-flow but no e-flow. They promised benefit but no benefit. This we have to address directly. So I think during the consultation process, we will want to hear from you what solutions could be possible, what kind of ideas you have on how we can create a credible monitoring system for the key things that we had a problem with in the Daral project, right? Do we know what the solution is? Right now, no, but we need to agree on the process, yeah? That these are the things that we will go for.
Sorry for that. I think we can give them some example in other country, how we deal with the government, to make it happen.
So we will come with a process which will include different things.
Yes.
So if it's, what we need to hear from you is what is the trusted source of information that you will believe Okay, that will convince you. So is it us? Is it the independent panel of experts? Once you see what they say, do you want to bring your own people and have a discussion with the independent panel? You know, every expert has his own opinion, just like every professor. So we will, I can't say that, oh, just because this professor in Peshawar University says no, 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 that doesn't, what we can do is find a way to include people you trust in discussing this on a deep technical level. But the point I have to say is that they must be qualified. It can't be social scientists who are talking about hydrology. That doesn't work, you know. So, and also on our side, if the experts, like you said, these consultants that came, they're saying they're from PEDO. They're not from PEDO. They're consultants hired by PEDO. We have to be transparent. Okay. And then your last point was on indigeneity. So we can only control what we can control. So we can go back and redo the screening according to our policy.
Good.
But that's just us, our own internal. It's not anything more, anything less than our own screening. So you know what the outcome was before. That's exactly the same policy that we're going to follow again. We might do something a little deeper. We're informed now a little bit more, and we'll share the findings, and we can commit to redoing the screening on that, without any prejudice on what the outcome will be.
Correct. So in the process, we will also be discussing the alternatives. Yeah.
So in the consultation, in the ESIA, right? Part of the discussion is alternatives analysis. So when the consultant or however we organize, we get to that point, they will want to hear from you what are the alternatives.
Yeah.
But I think it can't be solar panels. It's got to be how do we make the hydropower project work, right? And as I said to you before, if you have no tunnels, there's no hydropower project, then what are we talking about? And we will not invest in something that the country will pay US dollars for, and it's not economic. We will not, that destroys value, that destroys the economy. So if your requirements, if you don't feel comfortable, and you're comfortable with a design that is not economic or not technically feasible, we will not finance it. And the whole thing is off. Including the plan, all these benefits, everything, because you know then you're back with PEDO.
Yes.
So we're willing to try to address these concerns in this manner, and okay. So this is what I think. I'd like to make sure you hear me.
Yeah.
Properly.
I did.
So over to you. What do you think? This is reasonable? Anything more? Because we have to then go to PEDO and explain this.
Okay. Yeah, I think you have a concrete plan now, plan for consultations on different various things, technical aspect as well as the environmental and the indigeneity and all these things. And during that process, I think we can also think of the alternative solutions for this one. And also there is the option of no is always there. So I think that is now something we can work with. But I'm not sure what role PEDO will have now.
So, Can you give us some advice on PEDO will have to take the lead?
Yeah.
They're the whether we like them or not them, or they are responsible for this project.
Yeah.
Okay? So with responsibility, with accountability comes responsibility. So we will hold them accountable for this. So how would you like to work with them?
Yeah, I just got in the lunchtime. I got a call from my village. Yesterday, the PEDO consultant called me that they want to have a FGD or socioeconomic survey in the village. And I gave them numbers of few people, a couple of guys of the village. They went there. they met them, those guys, but then they came back to another place to meet other people. So the people were very aggressive. The consultant called me, the pedo consultant, aggressive, and they didn't want to talk to them. So the people are, they're, these kind of things that so that's very uncomfortable for me, because I don't know, people are, they often, the consultants, the pedo consultants, I think this is not their job to convince the people that, okay, you have this employment, you have this employment, you have this benefit, you have this benefit, and people say, okay, no, we don't want these things. We have no, we would say no to this project. So that's why I'm very concerned about if the things are not transparent, if the consultation process is not through the Darya Swat Bachao Tehreek, so then people might be very angry, very aggressive upon them. So and the second thing is that there is a Section 4, the Land Acquisition Act of Pakistan. They imposed the Section 4 on the land acquisition. So people are some of the landowners, they have also contacted GRS, because they don't want to give their land, and the DC district commissioner and deputy commissioner, and these people are in a way forcing them. So I don't know how to control these things.
You see, there's a trouble with this Section 4, because the minute that they open the Section 4 and remove it, people will start building more and more and more, because they think that they might get more compensation. But then let's say the design changes because of your process.
Yeah.
And people here who were expecting benefit no longer get any benefit. So there is this. So we expect you to be able to represent and manage that, to be able to have a coherent conversation, right? To have a conversation like this, with a bigger group. We need your help. But we will also talk to Pedro. They must have good people. They must understand the approach. We have a lot of work to do that, and we have very good people who do this project. So these kinds of projects. So so we are aware of this.
Yeah.
I don't know. We need to make sure we.
I would say that these some of these things are not in our control, because PUDO, the local MPA, the provincial assembly member, is a member of the board of PUDO. So PUDO often asks him to arrange these things through the local body, the local district government, and all these things. So this becomes very political as well. So that's why, and the other things, as you mentioned, that if the design is changed, some people were left out. But they are, I think they
will understand.
They understand it. Most of the people.
So that's a good point. PEDO may not be able to avoid involving the MPA if it's on the board. That's the reality. The MPA is elected by technically elected by the people. So
okay, right.
We cannot speak. We do not speak on. We do not speak about the politics.
Okay.
So that's true. That eventually we might be flexible to have to bring in the MPA, who sees themselves as a representative. But what we should do is we will go back. Before, I can't say that PEDO will not send somebody or whatever, but I think what's best is for PEDO to stop working until we have a good plan.
Yes.
And then we should, provided this is the correct way and you are the representatives, we would then coordinate the right approach to the people on the next steps. I can imagine maybe coming and having another meeting and explaining what we will do now. if you're convinced, you can help explain, okay, you know, let's try this, if you're convinced, and then we take it from there. So I'm worried about the timing. I don't know how long it will take to get everything organized. We may need to hire the right kind of people. We need to work with Pedro. So please be a little patient with us for preparing this. I would like to ask my team from time to time to let him know where we stand. Please be a little patient. We have a hard time because of the local rules of hiring people. It takes a long time. So many layers in the government to approve one consultant.
Yeah.
So I'm worried that you will get impatient, and we are impatient also. We want to solve the problem. We will let you know how things are going, and maybe one thing we do is kind of slow down on some of the social stuff until we figure out what the right approach is. Maybe some, unless there's, I may be speaking out of turn because there might be some ongoing activities that must happen. I don't know.
So
At the ESIA, or I don't know.
ongoing activities only currently they are negotiating the rates. That's with the reservoir people.
Okay. Can that continue? I think yes. The rates.
Yeah, we didn't discuss about the rate of compensation.
So the rate of compensation
And
for the land.
second thing, Elias, is that they are
That's separate.
yeah, they are reopening this STP. Actually, it has not been finalized yet. It's a very preliminary draft. So what we have asked them, and according to this plan, we'll reopen it for your candid and fair input. Whatever Torwali
Yeah.
community should get the benefit.
Okay. So as you know, so there's a resettlement action plan for the reservoir. The negotiation of the rates, I think, in the end, whether it's a short tunnel or a small tunnel, you still need the reservoir, right? So I think that's probably something that could be negotiated still.
Yeah, we also.
But it's more, it's not, those aren't the people that are upset, correct? Correct, the people in the reservoir area, are they the ones upset?
They are upset about the rates.
Okay, so
Three-
let them.
two of them
negotiate.
are two owners are not agreeing to give their land, but the rest of the
Okay, so why don't we agree we allow that as an independent process, as negotiation of land rates, that's something separate. We can let Pito do that, but everything else on this, we need to.
but again, one thing, you know, the people are very poor, they are illiterate, they can be coerced. So this is why they were invited. They were asked to come to DC office in Mingora and 70 kilometers, travel to 70 kilometers and fix the rates and negotiate the rates. So that is unjust.
So I mean that consultants should go to the community.
Go to them and negotiate.
Okay, so we will bring that back to them. That will be a separate process. But this other process, and we will go back and raise this issue in section 4, I promise. I don't know what the outcome is. We have to think about that. Is this section 4 related to the RAPs?
Yeah.
Is that what this is?
Yes.
So they're upset because they don't know what the rates are, correct?
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
And rates are different, because there are political influence. If somebody is politically influential, so he gets more rights, and somebody is not, that's the issue.
Okay, so let's review that too.
That's still ongoing.
Do we need to review that also now?
They are doing private negotiation in this section 11A. As a land acquisition agreement. It's not an acquisition fully as per eminent domain.
Okay, so this
we
is.
can talk about it.
So I think on this one we leave that as a separate thing. Let them negotiate as per normal way.
Only the reservoir,
Yeah.
Reservoir, only reservoir, and then this whole other thing, the design of the project, etc.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
good, very nice.
Yes.
Let's have a
Yes.
good clap for you.
Really appreciate this is the kind of discussion you see in which we focus specifically on issues and try to find out a way forward in which we can work.
That's
together.
why we 4 people.
Yes. And we
So,
really, we
let's
are
talk
really
about
thankful
it.
to you.
So what was your question?
My question is, what about ESIA? I mean, some part of it can go on, some part of it may need to be revisited or so.
So you're saying,
Yeah,
no, the
we
main
should-
point is the consultants going into the area and people being
Yeah.
upset. So what, you need
My-
consultants to go?
Yeah, we want consultant because as one of the concerns is on alternates and everything. So we want consultants to come and also talk to you about all the alternates, baseline.
No, but that's
and
part of the consultation
That's part
process.
Yeah,
which
that's
will come
So
out.
we'll stop that.
That's not
Okay.
separate. Yeah, okay.
We
Okay.
stop that.
Yeah, stop there.
It will come out as a part of.
No,
the
no,
Yeah.
no, let's,
Okay.
You're stopping. Stop
no. Very organized consultation
Yeah. Okay.
on these things like this. Then we
Okay.
have a way to monitor this,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
Now, if there's technical work,
Mm.
hydrology, looking at landscapes, etc., please let the consultant go. Because then the more technical information we have, the better we have in information. So please, if there's some misunderstanding, but on social, economic, no.
Okay.
On consultation on alternatives, no.
Okay.
Until we have a process, but
Okay.
technical work, investigations, yes. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, all right.
So thank you, Shukriya. Now you can give me this one. We will have a photo, and I will give you this report.
Okay, very good. That's very good, I like that. Let's do that.
Let's have a good end.
What you do from here?
Yeah, anyway.
Take a photo.
Yeah,
G, just everyone or no?
No, wait.
We can, we
All of us.
What room will be in? So you can send me, okay?
Yeah.
I will share.
Okay, the report. Submission.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, it's recorded.
See you in SWAT sometime.
See you in SWAT. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
They want one more.
Oh.
One more.
Okay.
Ready? Smile.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Very good.
Yes, good.
Have a good trip.
Thank you. We will be
बहुत शुक्रिया
having a good. The car is very